my name is Hannah. I am with Constellation on their marketing team, and I am here with Vijay from Zoho. We're at CCE 2022. How has the conference been for you? What's been a highlight? Tell us about it.
Well, thank you, Hannah. I've been to this conference. This is my second one in a row. And you always manage to attract some good people and have some interesting sessions. So glad to be here and be part of it.
And so tell us a little bit about just what Zoho's doing. I know you mentioned in terms of merging and things like that, you guys have some great things in the pipeline. So just would you mind elaborating on that a little bit for us?
Yeah, sure. I mean, one area where Zoho is making a mark is in addressing a very broad range of business issues. And what that means is not just people at the face of it, it looks like, okay, I've got a lot of apps, I've got suites. And that's really not what it is. That's what you see. What really it is that there's a fundamental merging of all these business functions. You know, people don't live in silos anymore. So you have people, I'm an executive, I deal with people issues, I deal with sales issues, I deal with support issues, I deal with customer issues, I deal with communication, I deal with all of that, I deal with training. And so I don't want to be locked into different systems and form there and look at their processes. I like technology to work for me, so I can get all this done without having the complexity of working and learning multiple paradigms. I think that's one of the things we're doing. We start on the base of multiple applications, and now we're bringing this together with a single experience. So it doesn't matter if you're a customer person or you're an executive or you're a support person, all these things sort of merge together.
Yes, and which coincides with the theme of efficiency, which I think we've seen throughout the conference is what people are looking for and what they're investing in with their budgets. Just different technologies like that. So I'm sure you guys will go really far with that. I know you also mentioned you're doing a lot of philanthropic work. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
It's not something we necessarily advertise, but it comes up a lot because we're sort of known for or recognized for that. I think it's basically a different philosophical approach. For a lot of companies, and I don't mean this in a negative way, it's companies look at, I have a core business, I accomplish that, and I generate enough returns from that to be able to make me, either as a business or as an individual, wealthy from that business to do something for society. So that's almost a linear kind of way of looking at things. And what we've done is a little bit different. It's built into the business. So for example, let me give you an example. Think of providing equal opportunity in hiring, or equal opportunity for people. So we built that into our hiring process. We hire people who never had a college degree. And we will put them through our program. They'll apprentice with somebody, much like the German apprenticeship model, learn with somebody, and then come back, and all of a sudden this person would have been completely, usually from the lower strata, economic strata, is now a few years later white collar work and has transformed not just themselves, their family, their community. So it's built into what we do.
That's so great. And I know it was talked about also during the conference how soft skills are so important in hiring people, and if they don't have a college degree or they don't have the opportunity to get a position like you guys are offering, their soft skills can not even be recognized, even though that you can train the technical skills to an extent in the job.
That's an excellent point, because a lot of times what happens in interviews and what cuts a lot of people off is people, the interviewing process is really a certification of how good an interviewer the interviewer is, as opposed to uncovering how good the candidate is. So something that the candidate might inherently lack, like say great communication skills, all the soft skills you mentioned, can go against them, and often that is tied to upbringing, strata in society, learning, education, all of that stuff, right? So we try to strip that stuff out. And we try to look at people and see what they're capable of doing. In fact, in our operations in India, we even suspended the use of English for certain interviews because we realized that was hampering people. They can always learn the language. We teach them.
That's so good.
But it hampers them because they're not expressive, and then you get a different read on the person fundamentally, right? So you're leaving a whole set of people behind who didn't come from that same set of privilege that you and I might have.
That's so good. Wow. Well, clearly Zoho is doing a lot of great things. They're one of our sponsors for CCE this year. We love having their presence every year. Vijay, thank you for your time. And we'll see you in 2023.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.